Hey guys, Tech here with Gold Party LLC. Thanks for joining us. I have on the call here with me Susie Hickson, who is a Gold Party business operator from Kentucky. She's one of our customers. And we're going to talk a little bit about her experiences and what it's been like for her setting up. So before we get started, can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself, what your business background is, and what kind of drew your attention to Gold Parties?
Sure. I've actually been a practicing trademark attorney for 7 years. And when the recession sort of hit us hard, I guess last summer, seems like everything hits Kentucky a little bit later than it does, larger metropolitan places. But it hit us harder, and I sort of felt like my career or my job here as an attorney could have been in jeopardy. So I started doing some research on other careers, or just seeing if there's anything else out there I could possibly get into. I considered going to work for Morgan Stanley Smith Barney as a financial advisor, and basically, just in my research of the markets, whenever I was sort of trying to prepare for that, I noticed that gold prices were increasing, and that really caught my attention. I was like, what's going on here? This is interesting. So kept following it. I just did research on it, and I noticed that people were having these gold parties. And I found a couple of companies that had affiliate programs, and I thought, hey, I help people start and brand businesses every single day. I can do it myself. I can do my own company. And I knew that, starting my own company, I would be eliminating just one more middleman, and I'd be able to pay out higher prices for gold. So luckily, I did not lose my job as an attorney, but the Gold Party business has definitely been taking off. So sort of busy doing both.
Wow. After you made that decision at the time, how did that feel when you said, okay, I'm going to do this?
It really felt awesome. Like I said, I've helped other people start companies with, especially like with their branding and marketing, and I knew I could do this myself. And I guess it was when I first filed my, LLC papers with the Secretary of State, that, I was like, whoa, this is my business. I'm like finally set up. And then I also worked with an online company that can't remember the name of it. I should. It's basically like a company that has online logo contests, and I sort of ran a contest for my logo for my company, and that was so much fun to just get to be the actual like decision maker from a business standpoint as opposed to just a legal standpoint. So that was super exciting for me too.
How long did it take you after you started making those first decisions to schedule and execute your first Gold Party?
Probably about 2 weeks. I'll just be honest, it happened very, very fast. Happened really fast, but what I did is I asked a family member, my sister, to have a Gold Party. And I guess it was sort of like, a comfort zone issue, and also it was good practice for me. And that one party basically has blossomed into, numerous other parties. So really just scheduling those first couple parties is so important. And then, after that, you're gonna almost always schedule at least one or two parties from one single party. So, because people, once they see how much money they're making, they're like, whoa, I can do this too, and I could use an extra $800 on a Saturday afternoon. So it was really quick, and I think I was nervous the first party I had, but it really helped a lot. The fact that a lot of it really was close family and friends. So, but now I'm doing more parties that are people that I really don't know.
I see. Susie, where did you encounter your first problem or big problem, if you had one?
I guess probably one of the parties I did, I was actually moving a little bit too slow what I was doing, and felt like there was kind of a backlog of people waiting. People were sort of getting frustrated with me. You're not frustrated with me, but just frustrated at the situation because it was a short party. I was doing it in association with I was actually collaborating with someone who does a home-based like candle company. They have different, I think hers was Scentsy or something. And I needed to pay out the people for their gold, but there's also that turnaround time so they could go spend their money at her party, and that was a pretty frustrating experience. And so I just realized I really cannot be testing and calculating, these parties at the same time, especially when there's over 8 people. It can get pretty crazy. So I actually brought on my sister with me to help me with these parties, and I pay her 4%, and it's helped me so much. It just makes it run so much smoother. She's actually probably a little bit better than I am about socializing a little bit with the customers. I think that's important too, whereas I'm more all business. So, she's really good at making the customers feel comfortable and that kind of thing. So I think it's really important, if you can, to have someone help you at these parties. It may be someone that might have a little bit different personality than you have, that sort of can complement. So you make a really good team working together. Someone that you can trust too is super important. And my sister is one of them, luckily. So I'm so lucky to have her.
That's such a good suggestion. And at my parties, I found myself really doing the same thing with one of my partners, Doug. He's just super outgoing and really enjoys that aspect instead of the testing.
Yeah.
And me, I'm the same way. I'm all business. I just want to get someone in and get them out.
Yeah. Well, another thing I've noticed too is that a lot of my customers tend to be teachers. I don't know what it is, and maybe it's just like the group of people that I've sort of been evolving this business into. But my sister has been a teacher, so it's awesome because she's got a really good rapport with all these people. So they have stuff to talk about, whereas I'm an attorney. I don't really have the same experiences, so it's really good that she's with me. So.
Wow. Yeah. Now, you and your sister going out, have you guys discovered any methods of testing that's really unique to you? And along with that, any certain ways that you guys conduct your parties or just handle things in a way that you just kind of discovered on your own?
Well, it's just sort of been an evolving thing, and I've noticed that with every party my sister and I have done together, it just seems to flow a little better and a little better, and I don't know if it's just that we're getting so comfortable working together or what it is, starting into a rhythm. I think one of the most important things to do, first and foremost, is always use your magnet. Because you can, first of all, you're going to eliminate so much junk. Second of all, it's going to help you prevent, screwing things up with things that could be, of course, gold-plated and that are really heavy. So, make sure you always utilize that. So basically, what we'll do is we'll both sort of start running the magnet over things, because we get people that bring in just crazy amounts of gold and junk too, unfortunately. But and then I'll start testing, and like I said, she runs the calculations. We found it good to have the price per gram sheet sort of available. And I try to also do things. I've been trying to do more things paperless now, and I'll have my laptop there. My sister can input everyone's information and have the price per gram sheet sort of already just sitting there for people to look at and for her to be able to refer to whenever she's doing the calculations. And actually, my company, we just bought an iPad, and I'm really excited about using that for our first party this Friday, just to sort of see how that goes and see how much they're using it. And I think it's like one of those things. It's like hopefully a tool too that you'll be able to use at parties that people can kind of pass around and look at and that kind of stuff. When they're wanting to look at the price per gram and that kind of thing. And also, I think it's really important, if you can, to get people sort of involved in what you're doing, as opposed to being out on their own. It seems like it's really fun when you get a lot of your customers around and talking about the pieces and laughing. It makes it such a fun atmosphere, and of course that totally varies depending on the situation. We've done larger parties where a lot of people don't know each other, so it doesn't really facilitate that kind of conversation. But I think that's a good thing to have if it's possible. And another thing too, this is just a sort of a random tip I just thought about, is I think it's really important to not negotiate.